drop one interesting thing that you all are going to take away from today's session. All the sessions that we had, I want you all to drop one message that you all are going to take away. It could be anything, any line or anything that you all liked. Don't only use artificial intelligence, use apna intelligence. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, Kalpana. Anyone else? Okay. Ichana has experience and knowledge. Yeah, that's also a good thing. Yeah. Explanations. Okay. What about others? Study the concepts, write questions before reading your notes. That is something which I'm going to follow. Critical thinking. Krupa. Okay. Pooja says use AI, but just as your assistants. Do not let it to control you. Great. That's a great thought. Okay, Vaishnavi, she is saying, I learned that data is not just numbers, it can give meaningful insights when used properly. Wow. The reading links, interesting and meaningful, Bhumika says. Someone says, I have learned a new technique to learn how new things and also to ask more questions to myself. Great. Vamsha says, wondering how is the future and present uses of AI. GI is taking away how to understand the problem. We must talk with people who face it. Okay. Likita is taking away meaningful learning and knowledge. Great, Likita.
Please call out any specific topics that stayed with you or a concept in a given topic that you listened to today and yesterday.
Yes. Can we have a particular topic?
Any recalls you have from today's sessions or yesterday's sessions?
Krupa says many things about AI. Krupa, we are asking for a particular topic. Okay, Likita says it's education for her. From Karthik sir. Kalpana is saying from Karthik sir about health was very useful. Prashant is saying, as said by Ajay sir, we must learn fundamentals of what we are learning. Okay.
Yeah, that's very important. Absolutely. So understand fundamentals, understand the problem and then look at what you need to do about it. Very important.
Others, please drop the the topic which you liked the most from yesterday's and today's session.
Yeah, we'll take it for another minute or so, and then maybe we can move to the feedback.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, that's very important. We should learn for the concepts, not for the marks. Very rightly said, Chia.
Sure. Sumitra is saying Karthik sir told about health. It was very useful and helpful personally for me to take care of my health. Vaishnavi is saying yesterday Jacinta ma'am said witch hunt is not just about women or AI, it is an opening opportunity to solve problems collaboratively. That's true.
Yeah, Vishnu is saying, can we choose our own problem statement or should we take it from the examples provided with the theme of Witch Hunt itself? You are more than free to choose your own problem statement. So that itself will also be looked at and you get, additional consideration for that, not necessarily points, but if you have your own problem statement that you have figured out in your own environment and you relate to it and hence building, that itself will be, kind of get much more from an evaluation perspective, added value, right? So please do that. Don't look at examples which are already quoted. Those are just examples, right? To trigger your thinking. But in the same context, you look at your environment around you, you look at what problems, either it is climate related, infrastructure related, physical infrastructure around you in your city, in your township, in your village, whatever, right? That you can actually look at and you feel very strongly about that should change. You should pick up such problems.
Kirti liked Ajay sir's session. She's saying must learn fundamentals, what Ajay sir said. Lakshmi is saying from Manish Srivastava to know about your ward and finding the problems from your surroundings before going out to find somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay, Trishant is saying he
Trishna.
wants a chance to talk to few speakers today. Yeah, so we had invited these speakers from various fields, and as you would have looked at from their profiles, where they're very fairly senior, well-established subject matter experts in their own areas. So listen to their conversations, their sessions for more detailed understanding. And if you have any specific questions that you need clarification, you can, of course, post it on Discord and we'll take them up. If we see more and more question, we will plan for another follow-up session. Yeah.
For Mariam also, it's Karthik sir. Rupa is asking, do we need to make a AI app or make just a prototype like Figma or something else? Ma'am,
Well,
please.
yeah, once again, I mean, I would like to keep reiterating that please avoid starting your journey looking take an AI and solution in mind. You spot the problem first, right? Look at what is a problem statement that you are trying to solve, then build, then it that problem approach itself give you an idea whether you need an app, whether it is AI based, what else do you need to do, or do you need to integrate with something, whatever. All right, start at a problem and then go towards solution direction. Please don't start the reverse way, will be my advice.
Kirti is saying, can we have team formation phase to be extended, please?
Uh, yes, actually, we can give you time in the coming week to right, either reorganize your team if you want to merge with some other team. And some time back somebody had posted a question whether that they haven't been able to form a team and they're individuals, whether they can work as individuals. uh, Answer to that is no. We would want you to get necessarily in the teams. You need help in that, in terms of you to align. We could provide help, in merging with other teams for you. But team is very important, and minimum team size should be from 3 to 5, because that's where you will learn from each other, right? Also, collective brains, 3 people talking together, or 4 or 5 people talking together, your solution will be that much more richer. All the individuals, we will give you next 2 days time to kind of get into teams, figure out who are the closest candidates for you, either from your college or from your city or town, and get into the teams, please.
I would like to,
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, Chitra.
yes.
Hi, thank you. There's one question here, which I'd like to pick up is, do we need to make an AI app or make just a prototype like Figma or something else? I think anything is fine. I will reiterate what Varsha has been saying all along, which is focus on the problem. Focus on discovering the problem, establish your problem first, and then you can demonstrate the capability of the solution either through an app or through a Figma. Any of them is fine, right? But first understand the problem, get it right, and then ensure that it has been understood correctly. Then implementation is easy.
Yeah, Chitra, you may want to take the question from Mankar Siddhi.
Mankar,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, can we know how the participants will be filtered per round and the timeline as to when the mentors will be assigned? So mentor assignments are going to start shortly. I don't have the exact dates, but please stay tuned. I'm sure somebody from our team will give you the exact dates and timelines. I know I had shared it yesterday. Uh, but just give me a second here. I think by 22nd March or so, the mentor assignments will be done. Okay, that's the indicative timeline that I have with me. But please stay tuned for sharper announcements around this. How will participants be filtered? Once your prototypes are submitted, right, then there is going to be a group of jurors who will review all the submissions. And by end of May is when the 40 finalists will be shortlisted and shared. So when I say 40 finalists, we are roughly expecting 10 teams to be shortlisted per team. Okay. How simple should my first version be? Answered via the same response a couple of minutes ago. Question should be, is it going to solve that problem? And how many people will actually benefit from it? I think these are good questions to keep in mind in terms of how simple you want the first version to be. Okay.
Yeah, and I
Can
would
we
just
in
like to add to that. Yeah. So well said, Chitra. So one definitely is what problem you are trying to solve. That problem should be relatable, relatable to your context. You should be able to explain that problem statement with data, right? So that's very, very important. Avoid taking a problem statement which is like world's hunger problem, right? I want to solve, completely remove the poverty in India. I mean, that's like far too, huge scope to consider. It's not a wrong idea. The idea is right. But for in the context of hackathon, pick up a problem statement that you will be able to cater to address to in that limited time frame that you have, right? And that's very, very important. That will be assessment criteria in terms of how well you have defined your problem statement. And then, of course, how have you structured your solution? What dimensions you have taken into consideration? What data have you leveraged? and then what technology, what AI you are choosing for that. That will be the last of it evaluation. The first
Yeah.
part is very, very important.
Yeah. Um, Thanks, Varsha. In fact, I want to share an example here. This was actually done by a few people I know and who I worked with during COVID time, you know. And at that time, it was very difficult to identify homeless people in a particular area. So, what a team of people did on the ground is actually went and geotagged them. Now, when you are able to geotag the location of a homeless person, how do you do that? What does that mean? So they found out by actually traversing the roads and streets that, uh, hey, every day in the evening, they would come to certain points to actually where they would get meals, thanks to people, kind people around them, and find somebody would give them some place to sleep. So that was fixed. So they actually went. How did they even discover that? By actually going out there and seeing, okay, if I want to do something like this, if I want to deliver food to homeless people during COVID, how can I do that? That was the problem statement they took. Right? So they went to the bottom of it. They geotagged these people, and finally, on a Google map, you can tag, you can add tags. So then they spread it out to us teams of volunteers, and wherever we were going and finding people who were not already tagged, we were tagging and then enriching the data on the map. Okay, so within a given area, then it became easier to distribute food, because then you can plan for how much food is needed, how many people are there, how many food packets are required, and when they require it, right? So today I think with AI it becomes even easier. So because things like geotagging, thanks to availability of sharper satellite data, has become much easier. And actually, this is something that we went and offered to the police and the BBMP, and they were so happy. It was something as simple that they could use on their phones. All they had to do was upload one file. And so that talks about my example. I hope was I was able to illustrate how a simple problem can be solved, like what Varsha said, and also whether it is a simple enough solution or not. Okay. So, okay, one question, ma'am, on what base will be selected on first round of hackathon, that is idea submission. So there's no round, there's no selection there, right? The idea is, again, going back, why are we keeping that phase of ideation, right? The phase of ideation is to ensure that people have understood the problem statement, and you are actually presenting two things. You're clearly writing what is the problem statement, and therefore what is your proposal to solve that problem. That is all the idea submission is about.
Yeah,
Was that clear? Sorry, go ahead, Varsha.
yeah. So there's one question on, can we integrate hardware into hardware with software as a prototype, or only software? Yeah, yeah, of course, you are free to
Yes,
use
you can. Yeah,
anything, hardware, software, only
yeah.
software, hardware which has a operatable features, right, through any mechanism, but it's solving some problem, right? So that is absolutely up to you. There's a question, should the idea proposal be PPT, PDF, or just problem and solution in text format? We will come back to you on the template to submit your proposal response as we advance into this, and you will hear from us in next couple of weeks or so, format for submission, and that will be a consistent format.
So, Inchana, please reach out to the HopeWorks core team. They will help find team members for you. And like Varsha said, we are hoping that every team has a minimum of 3 participants. Okay, so Sarika, the same thing. We will, reach out, either try to find one more member, or reach out and then one person will get tagged with you. So that there's a minimum of 3 people in the team. Rohan, your question on 5 members, including the mentor. This is excluding the mentor. You can have 5 members on your team. The mentor is there as a mentor for your team.
Yeah, mentor is not part of your team.
Yeah.
Basically to help you navigate, right? How do you develop your solution?
Okay. How to find mentors? Like I mentioned, Pratibha, in a few days' time, each team will be tagged to a mentor. So there is a process by which we will send out information on who your mentor is, basically introducing teams and mentors. Okay. How many teams have registered? I think I'll let Varsha answer that question.
Yeah, so total number of participants are 6,151, which is very, very heartening. And actual team, which we are looking at, 3 to 5 member team, there are about 1,000 teams registered. But remaining teams are either one person, remaining members either 1 or 2 people. So there are almost about 700, 800 individuals who are in a smaller size team who need to either combine with other members or form, or we will help you to kind of form a team. Okay, I think we have addressed most of the questions. So just to reiterate on way forward. So just the way we organized, expert sessions for you yesterday and today. And again, the recording of all the sessions will be available on our YouTube channel. You will get a path of it on Discord. Please refer to it and you can visit these sessions any number of times. We are also going to organize every weekend from here on, Saturday and Sunday. We are cognizant of your time to attend college, and some of you may be having exams, some of you are working professionals. So Saturday, typically between 4 to 6, and on Sunday, 10 to 12. 2 hours each. We are planning to roll out few more sessions that will give you similar, broader understanding of these 4 domains. Also, how do you go about learning more deep about AI? What are the different leverage points? How do you can use them when you reach a further stage where you are actually starting to code, right? How to do that? What are the safety things to consider? We will organize those sessions as we move forward, right? So stay tuned on, and we will publish which are the courses coming up on Saturday, Sunday ahead of time so that you can leverage as much as possible. Again, those also will be recorded and put up on YouTube channel. So you always have a mechanism to go back, refer to them. And if you have any specific asks from any of these experts, you can keep posting your questions on Discord and we will try and address as much as possible, right? So that will be the way forward. Maybe Chitra, you can reiterate on the team formation, mentor alignment timelines, and overall timelines before we close.
Sure. So I will just repeat what I shared yesterday. Um, Let me do this. Can I share let me share the slide that I had put out yesterday so that it's probably clearer. Okay. So are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we let this be for a couple of 20, 30 seconds. Hope people can note this. Please note there may be these dates may be subject to change, but only by a few days. Any questions? All right.
Okay, there's a question how to map mentor with the team. We will be taking care of that. We will map the mentors for every team. Every team will get a mentor, right? So, and we will also publish how you should be leveraging mentor help, right? In terms of weekly, how you should connect, what is your responsibility for interacting with mentors. And will have those instructions rolled out as we assign the mentors. Okay, I think we've addressed more or less all questions and the future direction. So stay tuned. As we said, keep following the conversation threads that are coming up on Discord. You will get information. Otherwise, you can also write to support team, right? The support email ID may be Asia, Noela. You can publish the support mail ID as well as Discord channel link for everybody's benefit. Okay, there's a question from Vaishnavi whether this full hackathon will be online and we have offline also. For all the sessions as we conducted now, similar sessions when they happen on Saturday, Sunday, they will happen online mode uh, till submission of your prototypes. Once the prototype submission is happened and the evaluation and final shortlist of 40 ideas, those 40 ideas will get an opportunity to present in person in finale event in Bangalore, which will be conducted on 13th and 14th of June. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And I just wanted to emphasize one thing because I think I noticed this question pop up a couple of times is when we say 40 teams will be shortlisted, it is 10 teams per theme is what we're looking at. Yeah. So 10 under education, 10 under health, 10 under smart cities, and 10 under climate action. Kirti Priya, please reach out to the uh, WitchHunt team immediately, right? Please, please, fast. We don't want to miss your participation. Okay. Pranita, when to submit a proposal template and where to submit? So Pranita, like Varsha said, in a couple of days' time, this information should be coming your way with templates, where to submit and when to submit. All right. Thank you so much for your time today. We are handing over the mic now to Payal. Payal, all yours.
Thank you, ma'am. So I would like to conclude our second day of Witch Hunt Bootcamp.
She's been muted. I don't know why. Fire, you've gone on mute.
Okay, sorry. Okay. What an amazing journey these 2 days have been. Through this boot camp, we explored the purpose and the vision of Witch Hunt, heard powerful insights from domain experts, and discovered how AI can help some solve real challenges in education, climate action, smart cities, and healthcare. More importantly, we saw the potential in this community. Young innovators, ready to think differently and build solutions that matter. As Scott Belsky said, it's not important to think about ideas, it's about making ideas happen. And that journey begins with ideas, curiosity, and the courage to build something new. Now, the witch hunt journey truly begins. The next step, as the facilitators already mentioned, will be team and mentor mapping, where teams will be connected with mentors who will guide them through the process. This will be followed by ideation and problem definition learning sessions, helping you refine your ideas and shape them into clear problem statements. After that, team will move into proof of concept development, turning ideas into working solutions. These projects will then go through evaluation where 40 finalist teams will be shortlisted. And finally, we will meet again at the Witch Hunt Hackathon finale, where these innovations will be showcased and the winners will be announced. A heartfelt thank you to all our speakers, mentors, facilitators, and participants for making this bootcamp so engaging and inspiring. The ideas you start today could become the solution that shape tomorrow. So, as you move forward in this journey, stay curious, stay creative, and most importantly, keep building solutions that make a difference. Thank you, everyone, and we look forward to see your amazing innovations in the next stages of Witch Hunt. Please stay updated with all our notifications and also please join our Discord channel for further updates. Well, then, keep growing and keep hoping. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome job, Payal, and very,
Thank you,
very
everyone.
well done, I must say. Extremely well done. Very proud, very happy. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.